Hey guys, welcome back to the Jay's Fit Down podcast. I am your host Jay, and I'm here with Nick and Mike of Against the Call. Love to have them on this podcast. If you guys remember, I went on their podcast about a month or so ago, and now I get to have them on my show. They've been wanting this for so long, and
no, it's opposite.
See, I knew you were gonna do that, man. I knew you were gonna do that. But. Finally got him on, and so yeah, guys, thank you for doing this today.
Of course, we're happy to be here.
Of course, man. Thank you for wanting us on. It means a lot.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, the script today, guys, we're going to talk about the best free agents on the market in the NFL. What will the Bucs' future look like without Tom Brady? And college football sleeper teams for 2023. Should the NFL expand? And then we got our trivia. And wild card question to finish it off. So,
are you triviaing with us? Like, are you gonna be in it?
I'm gonna ask you guys the question.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Michael's about to lose so bad.
I suck at trivia.
Well, I mean, if you know your ball, you should be all right.
I got it.
We used to do trivia on our show, but I owned both of them so much.
Let's say, you did when it came to certain things. Baseball, also you did, but
baseball, yeah. All right, Jay, let's do this thing.
Nick said he owned both of you guys. So we're about to move into officially free agency. Opens up next week, but a couple moves have already been made. Couple people have already gotten cut. So I want to hear who you guys think are the best free agents that'll be on the market this offseason, and what teams should probably pick some of these guys up.
Dude, there is
a lot.
There is a lot going around. Like, I'm looking at this list right now. It's making my mind fresh. Yeah, I don't know why Tom Brady's on the list, but that's funny. Adam Thielen is a big name that I think we should talk about.
He just got cut.
Yep, just got cut.
Yeah, I mean, man, the Vikings fans are not happy about that one. Like, that's kind of their guy. Like, they got Justin Jefferson, and then it's Adam Thielen. Like, he's been there a while. I think he got drafted by them too, so, like, he's been around. Minnesota, he got the support of Minnesota fans all the time, so that's gonna be really weird. And the thing with him is, like, he's a great wide receiver too.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever team he goes to, he's gonna give it to him, man. He's gonna do good. Who do you think, Mike?
There's also Kareem Hunt's a free agent this year, and he's a free agent, and he has not been talked about a lot. I was like, he's a really good. He's a running back one material. I think he can get like a big payday. But I also agree with Adam Thielen. I've had him on my fantasy football team a couple years, and like he's always like showed out for me when I needed it the most.
Another big name, Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah.
Apparently the Patriots might get him, but I see the Patriots are going to get like 50 free agents over.
Well, we do get when it comes to our O-line, they actually do work on the O-line. I'll give them that. They do work on the O-line, just not at the wide receiver position. Robert Woods is a free agent as well, but
he's still solid. He's a still solid player. Like, he can come in.
He just didn't fit in that system. And then Marcus Peters is a free agent as well. I saw Byron Jones is getting released by the Dolphins as well. Two solid cornerbacks right there for any team to pick up. They can be cornerback one. Byron Jones?
Yeah, I thought he.
No, he just got released.
He just got released.
Oh, okay. I might be thinking somebody else. I don't know. It's one of the corners for the Dolphins. They were like talking about how the league, and how they manage injuries and stuff, and like it seemed like they retired. It might have been somebody else, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
Byron Jones is a good corner.
That's two good, really good corners. And then I also saw Mike Gesicki is not going to be signing back for the Dolphins. There's rumors they won't be signing back.
The gritty king.
Quite the opposite. But no, man. Like I like Mike Gesicki. I've always been a big fan of his. He's a really solid tight end. He produces, and hopefully he can go on a team that, with this great quarterback and everything. So it looks like the Dolphins are like kind of. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. I like happy.
Of course. AFC East,
yeah, I'm glad they're losing all these players. And Levante David, he's going to be testing for agency.
Yeah. That's a bummer. But at the end of the day, he's getting old, so he's going to be trying to make another championship push. He already has a ring, so that's good. But I don't know. Let's see. Marcus Mariota, he's out there. I know that a lot of teams will love him.
Let's keep moving.
I'm hoping that the Falcons just re-sign him.
No.
Jason Kelsey's a free agent, but he's definitely signing back. That's not a big one. But Devin McCourty, if he doesn't retire, hopefully he doesn't. Baker Mayfield is also there. Where do y'all think Baker? You think he's going to come back to the Rams?
I think he should. I think that's the best scenario for him. I think personally that's what he needs to do. I mean, it's because I don't know I've been hearing rumblings about Matt Stafford now. I don't know what's true and what's not, but if they do trade Stafford for whatever reason,
yes, I heard they're shopping him around.
Yeah, no. The thing is like I feel like Baker is trying to like go to a team where he can like start though. Like I don't like he's very cocky. He's very like he wants to be number one. I know him because I like root for the Browns and I know how he is. But I mean that's the thing though. He's gonna want to be QB1. I don't know how long he's gonna want to stay behind Matt Stafford. So I feel like he's gonna go to a team that's gonna need some. I don't know, man. Like maybe I don't want to say the Texans because they're gonna go off on a limb and go with their rookie. But I feel like Baker would be good on the Texans personally. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that, but he just doesn't have the weapons, so I don't think he would be that good.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, whenever he was on the Rams, he didn't have like.
Guys, you there? Mike, Nick, you guys there? So we lost Nick and Mike for a second, but yeah, as they were saying, Baker Mayfield is a guy like he definitely could go to a team like the Texans maybe just to be a bridge quarterback, but he wants to start definitely. So if the Rams do not trade Matthew Stafford though, should go back to LA and start. I really think Baker Mayfield could definitely be a starter somewhere in this league. Oh, they're back. Hey guys, we missed you. We missed you.
I missed you, dude. Your face disappeared. That's sad.
Yeah, imagine. But yeah, I was trying to keep our audience entertained for the. So you were saying about Baker Mayfield. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going out on a limb on that, but I think that he's not exactly the best veteran, but he's still solid. Like I was mad whenever the Browns got rid of him because obviously you see everything that happened with Deshaun Watson. I think the Browns could have been good last season with Baker. I mean, he was more healthy than he was the season before whenever they released him. He was good. His wide receivers got healthy and so did his defense and better. And then they just got rid of him. And then, I mean, Jacoby Brissett did an amazing job. Like he picked up right where he needed to. He's a very solid quarterback, but I don't know. That's just me with Baker. I'm not a Baker hater. Like I like him.
I do really like Baker.
That's just me personally. I mean, another name that we can mention, Jimmy G.
Yeah.
So
I hope the Bucks get him. I don't think they will now, but I do hope the Bucks get him. I love Jimmy G.
I don't know what's going on.
Could we see a reunion with D'Amico Ryans in Houston, possibly?
As a bridge, that could work as a bridge QB.
Yeah, that would be very, very solid. I just don't know, man. I think the Texans are like they want their rookie quarterback to start him. Like this is their entire rebuilding that they're going through. They're gonna want that quarterback out there playing as much as possible, getting the experience to be their new franchise quarterback. So, yeah, whether that be Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, it's gonna be one of those three.
Yeah, and Jimmy G, I see like the rumors he wants like 30 to 35 million. Yeah, Texans will not pay that.
Wow. I don't know about that.
I don't know. Hey, who knows? Daniel Jones got $40 million a year. So.
Yeah. What now? Do you guys? I'm gonna ask you this. What did you think about that deal? Was it deserved?
No, not at all. Not at all, dude. Bro. I think he at most gets 20. He should get like $20 million at most. 15 passing touchdowns is not $40 million worth
at all.
Like that. That's right under Josh Allen because he has 43 million in that range. It's insane. like it was a robbery.
Highway
He robbed the
robbery.
Giants from
I mean, but they believe he's the guy, and so I mean, but it's like I was talking about with Rusty, like on other podcasts, like one. I asked him, "Was this good?" He said, "No, man, because season isn't gonna. That's not enough. Like I need to see that consistently. Like yeah, he improved, but wasn't by that much, and still not worth all that.
It was still an average year.
Average, yeah, average,
like,
yeah.
It's not superstar level year.
Right.
Well, the Giants make the playoffs after like 6-7 years, and then they just go out on a limb and just think that it's like
This is
the
our
best
guy.
Giants team in a while. Like, no, there's still improvements to be made.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
But,
I don't know.
Hey, I mean, it's Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes.
On the bright side, since they got Daniel Jones, they're keeping Saquon, so
Yeah,
they're franchise
yeah.
tagging him.
Yep,
That was a
sure.
good move.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see how Saquon does this year. Like Nick said in our podcast, though, he's probably going to get hurt because he gets hurt every other year.
I hope not, man. I really hope.
I
not.
really hope not. I love
I
Saquon.
mean, when he played this year, I mean, he was healthy. Like I saw the burst that I saw, like his rookie year. I saw glimpses of that. Like he's still in there. So like hopefully he can have back-to-back healthy years. So
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
for the most part, at least. But yeah, man. So it's a lot of guys out there that I mean, it's gonna be. I'm interested to see what all happens. Like, I heard Darius Slay has been given permission to request a trade from. Bro,
Yeah,
what's
I
going
did
on
see
with
that.
Philly, man? Like, they're just.
I don't know why they're doing it. Like they weren't. Why does he want to leave? Or why do they want to get rid of him?
Money.
They just-
Money.
Yeah.
Damn, Philly's gonna. I still think they're gonna do good, but like if they lose all these players, because James Bradbury's a free agent, so he might not be coming back.
C.J. Gardner Johnson also
Yeah.
might not be coming back. That's a huge loss.
That's a huge. They're gonna be losing a lot of players because I saw something they're not gonna be franchise tagging anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Julio Jones to the Falcons? I feel like if the Falcons had a
reunion?
guy like Julio Jones, they could go far.
Nick, that wasn't funny, man. That wasn't funny. Yes, let's bring back the dude who went on, live TV, live radio, and said, "Man, I'm out of there." Like, straight up, like, yeah, let's bring him back here. Like, no, man, like, no, I don't want Julio here. Good
Reunion?
things,
No respect for Julio.
bro. I mean, no, of course. Now I'm gonna be real. Like, yeah, what he did for our team was great. He was a very great player with us. And he just unfortunately injuries nagged him a little bit, but it's a business at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
and when he went out and said that, I knew he was going. So
Yeah. Sad stuff.
And his
I don't
career
know.
just went downhill from there.
Yeah, I mean, it really did. Well, at the same time, he barely has played any games. Like, on the Titans and the Bucks, he played, like,
Yeah, he's been
6 or
getting
7
injured a lot.
games. Yeah. So, I don't know, Jay. Who are some free agents you think would fit on the Falcons?
I would like to see a guy like Frank Clark on the Falcons. They got the money to bring him in. He's a very solid edge rusher. He's made some big plays for the Chiefs in the postseason the past couple of years. Very solid guy. Good locker room presence for some of the young guys like Evan Katie and Malone to learn from. I just want we need pass rushers, dude. That's what we need. Like him, should go out for Javon Hargrave, like from Philly. Like we need pass rushers, and so that's what you need. I think they should go after them. Maybe get a receiver, also, a mid-level receiver to help out with London and Pitts because it's atrocious. We need receivers. So yeah, those are my free agents. I think the Falcons should go after.
Pitts
Yeah.
was a disappointment this last season.
Well, I mean they didn't give him the ball, but then again he didn't have a quarterback that could give him. Until and when the quarterback that could get him the ball stepped in, he was hurt. So, but the first 13 games, it just it's like he was playing with the. Well, I won't go there. I'll bring on some slack today. But yeah.
For the Falcons, I think Sterling Shepard would be good wide receiver to fit in that system.
Now that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. Shepard is a solid player, man. You know, he produces when he's healthy. You know, he can make. He's solid. You know, he's been solid,
Yeah.
but he's been forced to kind of be the number one on the Giants the past couple years, which he is not number one.
Yeah.
He kind of had to be. So I would bring him in. You know, veteran in there to help. You know, because we don't really, other than London, man, we don't have any receivers. So
Yeah.
Got rid of Calvin Ridley. You know, things happen.
That's tough. That's tough.
yeah. So, but so it's like I said, a lot of good free agents out there. We'll see. We'll keep you guys updated, of course, and just keep an eye out for that. But next, so since you guys are based out of Florida right now, we'll move to Tampa Bay. What is the Bucks' future going to look like without Tom Brady? He's gone. He's not coming back. So what do you guys
Very
think?
Very simply, it's going to be another 20-year rebuild.
As John would say.
You know what? I don't.
I think that maybe in like 5 years we could be competing for the NFC South again. Maybe in like 2 or 3 if things go better. But with Derek Carr signing with the Saints, I'm pretty sure that the Saints kind of have it on lock.
Yeah.
I think that Derek Carr is, like you mentioned yesterday, he's kind of like another. He reminds a little bit about Drew Brees. Like, obviously not that talented, but he has a similar play style. And at the same time, Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I don't know what it was on the Raiders, but I mean, the thing is like, it's Las Vegas, it's Oakland. They haven't been relevant for a long time now. Derek Carr is going to a team that has good receivers. Number one, they have really good receivers, especially Jarvis Landry. Then you're going to have a really solid defense as well. Yeah. So, I mean, the Saints kind of got it on lock. I don't say the Falcons do anything. And then the Panthers, they're the Panthers, dude. Like, the Panthers are always going to have solid guys that just underperform, and then they have like some crazy cool wins throughout the season, but it's not enough to get them past like to the postseason. You know, whenever you lose like MVP Cam Newton, it's not going to be the same. Like, the Panthers right after that season going to the Super Bowl, it's been a downhill slope. So I don't know. The Bucks, they have a lot they got to do. Like,
They're losing a lot.
They're losing a lot, and at the same time, they're also going to be losing a lot of fans. Like,
and look, they don't have money. They don't have the money either. They literally have nothing going for them right now, except for Kyle Trask, as John would say.
I don't know about that, dude. I mean, now, seriously though, like at quarterback, I mean, what are the Bucks gonna do? I mean, they can't be going with Kyle Trask, right?
As of right now, like, he's like supposed to be the starter, but they have to get a free. Well, Todd Bowles said that like he's planning on Kyle Trask being the starter. We'll see if that actually happens. But that's a classic Todd Bowles move.
He might surprise. Hey, Kyle Trask might surprise.
I would start. Who is it? Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon.
Yeah, I would start Mike Glennon over him. Honestly, yeah.
Wow. I don't know, but I don't think I would do that.
Dude, he has the experience.
Yeah.
On top of that, I mean, you're supposed to get the Kyle Trask like some playtime and stuff, but try and like switch him out a little bit here and there because Kyle Trask is going to be throwing picks like crazy. Man, I'm not a big Kyle Trask guy. Like,
I just want Mike Glennon not too much better. Last I saw him on the Giants, it didn't look too pretty. So
yeah. Bro, they're both Tom Brady's successors. Anything could happen, man.
Anything could happen. That's right. I don't know. I kind of want to see Kyle Trask do good just to prove you wrong because like you hate all you do is hate on him. So if he does start, he does amazing.
And then I'll be happy. And then I'll be happy though. So it's really just a win-win for me.
And then John would be all in your ear. Bro, he's like, bro. I don't know.
We need a good free agent quarterback. There's a few on the market that we can get, and also go through the draft. This is a good quarterback draft class.
It is, though. It is.
It's another quarterback
draft. I mean, because you look past, of course, like, the obvious, like Young and Stroud and Richardson, and well, I don't know if I should put Will Levis up there. But anyway, you got some other quarterbacks that people aren't really, giving much light to that are some solid players. So it's I feel like it's a we could see a lot of quarterbacks go in this draft. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bucks do there. But I think you do have to get a veteran in there. You have to.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I think the Bucks should, if Levis is on the board, get Levis. But honestly, like you said in past podcasts, Hendon Hooker would be a good fit for the Bucks.
Hooker. I mean, Hendon Hooker, yeah. Oh,
that'd be a dream come true if he came to the Bucks, bro. I'd have that jersey on lock. I don't care if it's $150. I'm buying it.
If he were to go to the Bucks, would he be able to go to Chris Godwin? Because it seems like I don't know if Chris is coming back.
I think he's leaving.
Yeah,
they don't have the money for him.
Mike Evans, baby.
I saw there's a possibility he might be traded.
Yeah, I know.
Scotty Miller.
I was about to say
He's
Scotty
a free
Miller.
agent.
What else do you guys have other than Mike Evans? What?
I think
Scotty Miller.
I think he's a free agent though.
Scotty Miller.
So Julio's a free agent. We had him.
Yeah, you guys need some receivers. I mean,
there's Rashad.
He's a running back.
I mean, Rashad Penny. I'm thinking Rashad White. Sorry.
And then also, Cameron Brate. He's leaving. You sent us that, Jay.
Yeah, he is.
So that's a really good pickup for other teams. I don't know why they're getting rid of him, but
you can probably sign like an old veteran. T.Y. Hilton will probably be pretty cheap.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Look for a cheaper, solid wide receiver.
I guess Blaine Gabbert's not coming back either. I'm assuming.
I totally forgot about him.
He's a solid vet, though. He's a solid backup. I mean,
I agree.
He's a guy that he's started a bunch of times in this league, and he's got the experience. Seems like.
I think that's who I meant over Mike Glennon. I think I meant to say Blaine Gabbert. I always get them too confused.
How?
I don't know, because they're both bald white guys.
And the other.
Yeah, I know. That's all I'm saying.
The neck discrepancy is it should be able to put that difference in there.
Yeah, that's it. Mike
that's not
bad.
Man. Hey, Mike Lynn is cool. Hey, Mike, if you're watching this, like, hey, I ain't hating, bro. Like, thank you. You're solid, man. You're solid, bro.
If you're watching this, hit up Jay's Fifth Down and come on.
yes. Love to have Mike Lynn on the podcast. So it's gonna be crazy with the Bucks. But switching gears here to college, guys, who are your sleeper teams for this upcoming season in college football? I want to hear this because I know some.
You go first, Nick.
FSU. I think FSU is going to be one of the biggest sleepers out there. I think that they have a Heisman candidate on their team with Jordan Travis. Yeah, I think that he could win Heisman, honestly. I think that, I don't know, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't believe the FSU hype. I think I do because, number one, Mike Norvell, great head coach.
Yeah.
I watched him coach Memphis to superiority in the American Conference whenever he was there. And then on top of that, he's finally built the culture back at FSU that they've been desiring for a while now. And he had a great season. I think they went, 10-4 last season? Mm-hmm. Or, sorry, 9-4, whatever it was. They're on the come up now, and they have good recruits coming. I mean, I think FSU is a good sleeper. I think that, we could go through conference this year. I think that in the Pac-12, me and you like to talk about Colorado. I think that they could be a good sleeper team.
Oh, you took mine, man. You took mine.
Yeah. I think that, it's true. Whenever you have a great recruiter like Dion, where he's able to get all of these 5-stars and these transfers that come here, I think that the first year could be a little rocky throughout the first few games. But if he can find that chemistry, if he can find that one little inch of just getting over the hump with these new guys, dude, that team could be unstoppable, especially with Shadur, throwing the ball. He's a great quarterback. So, that's in the Pac-12. Also, I think Oregon has a good shot at winning the Pac-12 with Bo Nix coming back. Mm-hmm. I think that with the Big 12, I think that UCF's a sleeper. I think that
UCF going undefeated year. Undefeated year.
Guys. Let's put a rest to that. Okay. All right.
I think it's possible.
Watch it happen.
I think that for UCF fans like us, if we get a bowl game and a bowl win, or just a bowl game, I think it's a win. Also, if we beat Oklahoma, that's a win for the season. But I don't know, man. The Big 12, it's going to be a toss-up between Kansas State and I think Texas has a good shot this year. And also, I think
Oklahoma could be a sleeper. I think that they could come back this next season. Brent Variables, this is his first season there. He didn't do so good. Lost his bowl game. Had 6 wins. Not that great of a first season, but he has like a 5-star quarterback coming in either this year or the next year. And Oklahoma's always going to be a sleeper. I think that they always, they don't always have bad seasons. They had a bad season last season, which was very unexpected, honestly. But Dylan Gabriel, still a good quarterback.
Still going to lose to UCF, though.
Yeah, still going to lose UCF for sure.
Okay, so those are good picks. So I'm going to give mine. So mine, I have Colorado, obviously. I mean, you guys mentioned how Deion's just so powerful, getting all these transfers, these 5 stars, these guys in here. And not only that, because, people say, you can get all the 5 stars stuff you want, but at the end of the day, they can't, mesh in overall just if the team cannot come together and play, then that's going to be – it wouldn't matter. But I feel like with Deion, man, that staff he's got, I think this team they're gonna fight, man. They're gonna come and play 4 quarters of football with anybody they play. Whether they win or lose, they're gonna come and they're gonna fight. They're gonna be physical. So I like what Deion's doing over there. Like not like just in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So and then Texas, I think they're gonna be. I mean, you lose B.J. Robinson though. That's huge. That's a big loss. Because he was a great back. But Texas.
But Quinn Ewers is back.
Yes,
he's healthy.
Quinn Ewers.
So,
Yep. Quinn
that's
Ewers.
exciting. Texas fans.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him play. And then I'm gonna go with Wisconsin.
Really? Okay, why do you say that? Luke Fickle's there. Apparently, all the guys are loving Luke Fickle.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's why. Because look, Wisconsin, they got a solid team, man. I think they can upset somebody, and I think they can be a big sleeper team. And Luke Fickle's a good head coach, man. He's really good. Like you said, the guys like him there, and when he was good in Cincinnati. Like Cincinnati had a good team every year. So those are my teams.
I think that with Wisconsin, though, in the Big Ten, man, you're going to have Penn State, who is a big sleeper, in my opinion, that I forgot to mention. They had 2 losses last season, both of them to Michigan and Ohio State, and they're keeping almost all of their starters.
Yeah.
On top of that, dude, Michigan and Ohio State are there, too. Do you see Wisconsin upsetting?
Ohio State?
Yeah.
You're losing C.J. Stroud.
It's Ohio State though. I don't know the stats. I think they may have been they're at least top 10 in recruiting this year. They always are. Maybe top 5. It's Ohio State, man. You love to hate them, but they're gonna get their recruits, and at the same time, the Big Ten has the easy schedule.
Yeah, that's true. And and then again, they do get Marvin Harrison back next year.
Yeah.
So, dude, I think he should have won the Blitnikoff Award last year. He was robbed of that. Dude is a stud.
No, what are you talking? No.
Yes, he should.
You can't say that at all.
Yes.
Jalen Hyatt had better yards, and I think that he had maybe 1 less touchdown. Okay, but whenever you're playing, Tennessee had the 3rd hardest schedule in the nation, and you're having Ohio State who's playing against some Cornhuskers and Iowa who has no offense.
Hey, Marvin he go out there, he eat, man. But
he does. He's a great wide receiver, but I mean to say that he was snubbed over Jalen Hyatt, I can't stand for that.
Now look,
you
I
know
love
that.
Hyatt too. I mean, he cooked my Bama secondary up and ate him.
5 touchdowns.
So he's definitely going to be a top pick in the draft this year. So I'm happy for him. But Marvin Harrison, bro, you remember before he got hurt in that game against Georgia, dude was eating up, bro. He was eating up. They couldn't.
I'll say what
cover. So and everybody knows about the hit. We won't get into that, but you make Ohio State fans mad. But yeah, those are my super teams.
That's good.
So next up, guys, should the NFL expand?
Yeah, bring a team to Orlando.
Well, you already got.
Let's have 4 Florida teams:
Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami, and now Orlando.
Maybe add one in Lakeland.
The market is not and you already got the Guardians.
I don't want to talk about that. I'm glad we don't have an XFL segment.
I just wanted to bring that up. But
Man, NFL expanding.
We didn't talk about this one yet. We did NBA and MLB.
Yeah.
I think NFL is good how it is.
You think so?
Honestly, yeah, I think NFL should stay how it is. Is there anywhere that like is big?
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to think.
Because like with basketball, there's people that in Seattle that want it back because they've had it, they left. With baseball, it's the same thing with Montreal. They had a team that everyone wants it back. With football, is there like a team that wants that?
I'm thinking like so with the NBA, like they expanded in the past due to like there being too much like high levels of play on each team, and they needed to spread out the players.
Yeah,
I don't feel like NFL has that issue. Like every team that goes to I mean, maybe a little bit in the NFC, but like there's not. I don't think that the NFC is as good as the AFC personally. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just I don't think that there's a level of disparity between players in the league. I think that everything is kind of evenly played out.
Well, yeah, for the most part, but you still got your.
I mean,
bottom,
like,
you still got your
you
bottom
have-
feeders. You got your bottom feeders.
Yeah, but even then, they're still like winning games. Like the Texans still won like 3 games.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say stick. I'd say stick with what we have. But I mean, it's always cool to see expansion, see new teams, fantasy drafts. I always like the ideas of expansions.
Yeah, me
brings
too.
more players into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of good places where they could go.
Put a
I
team
mean,
in
they can go
Alabama.
back.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Birmingham,
They can go back to St. Louis.
St. Louis as well. That's a good one.
Other than that, I can't really.
You got New Mexico.
Yeah, I feel like a New Mexico team in the NBA would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Or maybe like Mexico City.
Mexico
I
City.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, New Mexico. That's an interesting one for football.
But then, you
I don't
also
know.
gotta remember the markets too. Like if you put
Yeah.
a team in a state where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
You got to get
they'll
somewhere with
make
a big
money.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now, also NFL is like the only team to not have in the top 4 professional leagues to not have a team outside of the U.S. So
international expansion.
yeah, so
Okay.
Put one in Canada, Toronto.
Toronto, Montreal. Those
Get rid of that
those kind of
Canadian
big
football
ones.
league.
Oh, dude, the
Hey,
CFL.
put a team in Germany. They love NFL over there.
Hey,
London.
Europe does want teams. Those Europe games, they're
London.
packed.
Yeah.
Because every time they play those international games, man, like Mike said, you look, bro, it'd be a lot of people in there watching those games. Like they love football over there.
It's just the travel, though.
Well, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they would need to stay in North America,
Yeah,
or else they get a little iffy.
Yeah, I'd put it in Canada is the best option.
right.
And Mexico, I don't think there's that big of a American football, because like Canada has their own football league.
Yeah.
So there's fans in Canada that like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jay. What are you thinking?
It's one of those things you can go either way. I mean, like, it just depends on like the state and the market again. Because if it's not making NFL revenue, then what are we doing? You know, so you gotta be in the market good enough to where you're gonna make money. You know, off of merchandise. TV. All that stuff. So it's just you gotta think about those things too. Yeah, but. It's something to to think about for sure.
I don't know. We could see it in maybe 2 or 3 decades. Maybe a new team or 2. It's possible.
Maybe. It's
Just as much as the league grows. If the league keeps growing at a higher pace, and then also if there starts to be more of a call in for it, and like we're talking about Canada, they need to put a team in Toronto, like at least Toronto or Montreal, one of those.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah, so you guys can let us know what you think. Should the NFL expand? And we'll definitely keep an eye on that over these next few years or so. So now, guys, we're on our trivia section. So I'm gonna ask you guys this question. All right, and just give your best shot at it. So. Which NFL stadium has hosted the most Super Bowls?
Arizona.
No.
Is it Atlanta?
No, dude. No. No.
That was good.
Come on, keep going, guys.
Okay.
It's not like,
Oh man.
oh my God.
The most Super Bowls.
The most.
The most Super Bowls. Which I'm gonna say it again. Which NFL stadium has hosted the most?
Like
Super Bowls?
Dallas?
Oh,
No.
Really?
No. Oh, guys,
Green
you guys
Bay? Green Bay?
are smart. No, not Lambeau. Nope.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Miami.
No, but you're getting a little warmer.
Tampa? I know.
Yes.
It's
So Raymond
It
James
is?
Stadium has hosted
Really?
the most Super Bowls in the NFL history.
Wow, I didn't say it because I didn't think it.
I did not think that at all.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking I was trying to think of like older teams.
Yeah. So yeah, Raymond James Stadium.
That's actually
that makes
crazy.
that makes sense though, because you got to think of like good climate to play. Like I wasn't thinking Lambeau at all because nobody was playing snow.
Yeah,
A snow Super Bowl game would be awesome, but
that would be really cool to watch.
Have we had one of those before? I'm trying to think back. Have we ever had a snow Super Bowl game? I can't remember. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. So now, guys. So yeah, Nick, I'll give that one to you. I'll give it to you. You know, so when Mike said Atlanta, I was like, oh, dude, no, absolutely not. But now with our stadium, we could probably be hosting a few more. But yeah, our wild card question, guys, is who is the best movie TV villain of all time?
Darth Vader.
the Joker. I don't know. Movie and TV or movie?
Either or. Just either or.
Oh.
Whichever one.
I think Darth Vader's the most iconic.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with him, but can I say the same one?
You can if that's what you think. Then yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Darth Vader.
Okay, yeah. Darth Vader is a classic.
But there's always the Joker. There's always
Yeah.
the Joker.
Yeah, Joker's.
I think it goes in between those two.
Okay.
If you think Marvel, I'd say Thanos is a big one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there any like other big ones? Like, there's a bunch of villains, but like I think those Darth Vader and the Joker are like the most iconic when it comes to villains.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like those. Those are good picks. So I would say for me, I'm going to have to go with Terry Silver of the Karate Kid.
I didn't even think of that.
Yes, dude. He's crazy. That's what makes like I like good villains, man, who got that. They make you like, you get uncomfortable when you see them on screen. Like, with Terry, he's crazy,
He's creepy.
So that's my pick.
What makes him a good villain is he's a good manipulator.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's the best. Those make the best villains for sure.
Yeah. He knows when to pull on that charm, right? That charm
Yeah.
to fool people and then turn around and be a complete, terror.
To
people. So
He got me at the beginning of the season when he joined Cobra Kai. I was like, oh, is he not that bad of a guy? And nope, he was.
Dude.
So you obviously haven't seen the third movie.
No, I did. But I was like,
Dude, he made the third movie. Like, if he wasn't in that, he made that movie, dude. He was crazy. So that's gonna be me, Terry Silver, and then the second one behind that would be Thanos.
yep, that's a big one.
Nah.
You think Kang will be a bigger villain for Marvel than Thanos?
That's what they want him to be, but he did lose to Ant-Man. Okay.
Really?
Hopefully you guys saw Ant-Man.
I saw it.
So if I didn't spoil it, yeah.
He kind of did. If that makes sense.
He kind of did. No, but Kane, like, he's one of those guys, like you mentioned, like, when he just has that, when he's on screen, you're like, everybody's quiet. Just listening. Like, I felt that when I watched that movie, like, he stole the show to me.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be a really big villain coming up in Marvel.
I honestly think my favorite villain in Marvel though is Green Goblin. Like, he is the scary, like, this defines villain. He's scary. He reminds me of the Joker, kind of.
Yeah.
He's like a Joker of Marvel. I think he's like one up there at the top, or Doctor Doom. It could possibly be one of the biggest ones for Marvel if they bring him in correctly.
Correctly. Yes, correctly. Yeah, I like the Green Goblin. He is he's creepy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, guys, that was great. I like those picks. And unless you guys had anything else, that pretty much wraps us up. Any last thoughts, comments, anything you want to get off your chest? Nick looks like he wants to say something over there.
Yeah, just like we just want to show our appreciation to Jay, man, for having us on. This is our first time being guest on any podcast, so it means the world to us. And then it means the world to us that Jay just wants to hop on the train with us and help us out with Out of Pocket Sports. Like,
Yes.
that's just the biggest thing that we can really discuss here. It means the world, like I said to us. Like, Jay is just a great guy. If you're still listening, man, you are a true fan of Jay's Fifth Down podcast, and you deserve to hear all the praise for him, man. Like, just give it up for this guy. He's been doing it for a while.
And I just love it, man. Just keep up doing the great work. And
Yeah, same thing here. It was the first podcast to follow us, and he was there from the start. And you don't know how much we appreciate that. Like, he's been there every step of the way, and we're so glad to have him on with Out of Pocket Sports. And thank you so much for having us on.
yeah, man.
Of course, guys. Yeah. Very touching. And guys, please make sure you check out Nick and Mike on Against the Call. They do a phenomenal job. Get great guests on there, and it's a fun time. I love watching them. I was on there myself, so it's a great time. Please check them out on all podcast platforms and YouTube, and check us out here as well. Guys, thank you for coming on Jay's Fifth Down. You made it on, so congratulations. Made the cut.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No problem. But we'll see you guys later.
We'll see you, man.
See you, man.
All
Thank
right.
you.